Hello, students. This is what MSc Physics Mathematical Methods of Physics Semester 1 paper, that is this paper. From this paper, we are discussing today Module 3 Special Functions, the multiple choice questions which will be asked in the internal examination as well as in the SPPU external examination, which will be conducted later on. So there are 40 questions. Out of that, 20 questions we will discuss today. Questions are very easy, conceptual, and require certain tricks. We are not needed to go for any derivation, or you are not needed to go for any calculations. Very simple and easy calculations, and most of the time the questions are exactly memory based. So depending upon your memory, whether you memorize this or not, it is very easy to answer all these questions. We will see one by one. So let's come to this question 1. For a non-negative real constant, an equation of the form of the equation is given: 1 minus x square into y double dash minus twice x into y dash plus n into n plus 1 into y is equal to 0. So this equation is called as either Legendre equation, B it is Legendre polynomial, C is Bessel equation, and D is Hermite equation. So for that, we first must know what are these different types of equations and how to remember these equations. So remembering this equation is not that difficult. What we have to understand is the following things. So I'll just go for a simple revision of the things what we have done earlier. Now, in case of this particular problem, whenever it appears n into n plus 1 here, this first equation is said to be the Legendre equation. So this is a Legendre equation which is shown by this. So the correct option is E, that is Legendre equations. If this is the Legendre equation, now let's go for discussing what other types of equations are, because we have to compare all these equations one by one when we go for this entire discussion, and let's see one by one how these equations are. So this is the form of the first form is the Legendre differential equation. Second, Hermite differential. This is Legendre polynomial. No question about this. This Hermite equation is as given by this. It is y double dash, or this is second differential, partial differentiation, minus twice x into y dash plus twice lambda y is equal to 0. This is the Hermite equation. This is Bessel equation is 1 minus x square into y double dash, actually it is given form there, twice x into y dash plus n into n plus 1 into y is equal to 0. And now the third equation, remaining equation, that is called as Bessel equation. Form of the Bessel equation is this one. It is x square into y double dash. Now see this particular coefficient, plus x into y dash and plus x square minus n square into y is equal to 0. Along with that, we have already seen this Lagrange differential equation too. We can write the form of Lagrange differential equation as well for comparison purpose. Now, how to identify which equation is which? That means which equation is what name of that equation. This differential equation containing n into n plus 1 as coefficient to the y, and other this p, q, and like this. That means adjusting all these equations for in the standard form. This p of x into y double dash plus q of x into y dash plus some constant is equal to 0. So that we have to get a standard form of this equation every time. So what is this standard format? As we have seen earlier, this standard format of equation is this is not this format. It is y double dash plus p of x into y dash plus q of x into y is equal to 0. So arrange all these equations in such a manner you will get a standard format. From that we can identify p of x as well as q of x. Then test the p of x as well as q of x at certain value of x is equal to x0, whether they remain finite or they become infinite or diverge. Based upon that, we classify the solutions as the ordinary equation solutions or singular solutions or that type of classification can be done. So all this here is known to you, and then we can go for this solution of all these equations using the series solution method. So all these things have been repeated in TYBSC. We are not repeating all these things here, but to understand what is this differential equation and what are the forms of other differential equations, this particular simple question will help you to answer the question as given by this. So this is one of the very simple question what I have seen, we have seen here. Now, second, the value of the Legendre's polynomial. So for that, remembering Legendre polynomials is not that difficult. So what are the values of Legendre polynomials? We have already seen the values of the Legendre polynomials can be seen here. If you have seen this diagram earlier. So let's write what are these particular Legendre polynomials. So this is first Legendre polynomial is P0 of x. This is simply a constant, that is 1. Then second Legendre polynomial is P1 f x, and this polynomial is simply x. Similarly, third polynomial P2 of x, that is equal to 1 by 2 into 3x square minus 1, and fourth Legendre polynomial, that is P3x, and if it is seen, this polynomial is given by 1 upon 5 times 5x cube minus 3x. So these are the four different Legendre polynomials, and you might have seen its graph. So remembering these polynomials from the graph as well as obtaining these polynomials from the Rodrigues formula or any other method, we should understand all these methods, we should remember all these methods, and then it is very easy. Whether you are asked P0x or you are asked P1x or you are asked P2x, doesn't matter. So this shows this equation is correct answer, this first question has correct answer is B, that is 1 by 2 times 3x square minus 1. And the graphs, if you remember, we have plotted this graph earlier in our lecture discussion. This is value of x and this is the Pn of x. So P0x, P1x, P2x, etc. if it is drawn. So this is a straight line and this is P0x, which is having simply value of P0x is equal to 1 for all values of x, positive and negative. Then the second function is P1x is given by what? Well, this P1x is simply x. So positive value of x, this is increasing this way, and for negative value of x, this is having this particular format. And this is the point here, it is said to be 1, 1. Coordinate is 1, 1. And for value of x is equal to 1, this P1x is 1, P0x is 1. If we draw the third curve, that is this P2x, then this P2x is appear to be this way, and this is also passing through this. So we have already plotted all these curves, P0x, P1x, P2x, etc. From this also we can find out or we can write these equations. So now it's up to you whether to remember Rodrigues formula, whether to remember this particular graph, whether to remember these actual equations of these different types of Legendre polynomials, and whether to be obtained by some other method. So it depends to you in what way we should remember all these type of Legendre polynomials. So here this is naturally this is not a polynomial at all. This is my P2 of x, as we have seen from this table. This one is nothing but this P0 of x. So in examination you may be asked P1x, P2x or P0x or anything. So based upon that we can go for this calculation, and this is nothing but P3 of x. So remembering this P0x, P1, P2x, P3x, etc. For that make a small table here, and that table will help you or plot a graph or go for this that is this Rodrigues formula, and based upon this Rodrigues formula also we can find out this type of Legendre polynomials. And here in this question number 2, Legendre polynomial P2x is nothing but 1 by 2 into the bracket 3x square minus 1. So that's what a very simple two questions we have seen. Now let's move question number 3. Now this is one more a typical problem in your textbook. So what is that particular problem? We have been given some polynomial, and you have to fit this polynomial into this polynomial which is called as the Legendre polynomial. So I am given these are the different forms have been given. So this polynomial is twice x square minus 4x plus 3. Actually it should be equal to 0 or not needed. So in terms of this Legendre polynomial. For that, first we have to write this Legendre polynomial in the form f of x is equal to, there is some constant a into p2 of x plus another constant b into p1 of x and plus third constant is c into p0 of x. So p0x, p1x, p2x are the three Legendre polynomials. They have to be written in this particular function as shown. Now if I go for this calculation, this is f of x, and what I am given here in this case, f of x is equal to twice x square minus 4x and plus 3. Now you'll find that I know that p2x, p1x, p0x, just now we have written p0x is simply equal to 1, p1x is simply equal to x, and p2x is equal to 1 by 2 times 3x square minus 1. So these are the actual, this is what values of p1x, p2x and p0x. Now I can write these earlier values in this equation. So here this is the given polynomial for me, and this is what f of x we have defined that. So write this f of x is equal to, now this is a times p2x is 1/2 times 3x square minus 1, then this is b times p1x is simply equal to x, and plus c times this is multiplied by 1. So simplify this further, simplifying this I'll get, this is a by 2 times a to 3a upon 2 times x square minus this is 1 by 2, okay, minus 1/2 times e, as well as simplifying this I'll get b times x, and plus I'll get this is c, and here if I adjust this again, so I have to get x square, that is x raised to 2, x raised to 1, x raised to 0. So this way I'll get this to be 3 by 2 times a into x square minus this is the plus b, this is the second term, that is bx, and here it is plus c minus 1/2 times e, this is the constant. So here this is my equation, I can call this to be 1, this is my equation 2, and substituting value of this p1x, p0x, p2x, I got this function f of x is equal to this, that is what my equation number 3. Now compare these two equations. So comparing 3 and 2 and 3, let's see what we get. Here it is twice x square, so therefore 3 by 2 times a is equal to 2, so I'll get 3 different constants. 3 by 2 times a is equal to 2. Similarly there is this minus 4x, and here it is bx, so that gives me b is equal to simply minus 4, and finally this c1 or c into 1, that is c minus 1/2 into a, and here it is simply equal to 3, so c minus 1/2 times a is equal to 3. So out of that I got simply b is equal to minus 4. From that I'll get this is 4 upon 3, so a is equal to 4 by 3. From this I'll get replace value of a there, so c is equal to 3 plus 1 by 2 times a, substituting there this 3 plus 1 by 2 times this a is equal to 4 upon 3, so this becomes 3 plus this is 2 by 3, and adjusting this I'll get 3 into 3 is 9 plus 2 is 11 upon 3. So thus I got a is equal to 4 by 5, b is equal to minus 4, and c is equal to 11 upon 3, okay, plus 11 upon 3. Now write all these numbers there, okay, in my equations, and therefore I'll get this equation 1, and therefore f of x is equal to a is equal to this is 4 by 3, okay, in the bracket it is p2, then b is minus 4, in the bracket it is p1, and plus this is 11 by 3 in the bracket, that is equal to multiplied by p3. Now you find that I have to just multiply here it by 3 to get this 3 common out of all this. So if I take 1 by 3 common, this is 4p2. If I take here 3 out of this will be minus 12p1, and 3 is there, so plus 11p0. So this is how I got this answer, 1 by 3 4p2 minus 12p1 plus 11p0, and that's why D is the answer of this question number 3. Now, in actual examination, in STP examination or internal examination, one of the term of this particular polynomial given polynomial may be changed, but the method you have to follow is the same. So identify what is p0x, what is p1x, what is p2x, that should be known to you. Then write an equation for f of x given this p1x, p2x, p3, etc. with coefficients a, b, c. Then write the actual values of the polynomials in the given equation. Based upon that, solve this equation for getting values of a, b, and c. And again rewrite this equation 1 using the values of a, b, c. And then simplify this. You will get a final equation as given by D, and option is D, 1 by 3 in the bracket 4p2 minus 12p1 plus 11p0. So this polynomial twice x square minus 4x plus 3 can be expressed in terms of Legendre polynomial as shown by this. This is not only example. Likewise, maybe any other polynomial will be given, and you can represent it in terms of other polynomials like Harmonic polynomial or other types of polynomials, and this type of same method you have to apply. So this is what is some numerical problem. Actually, this will require 1 or 2 minutes to solve all this, but method must be known to you. Then and then it will be easy for you to answer such type of question. So this is what question 3. Now question 4. The Rodrigues formula for Legendre polynomial of degree. This is again a question of memory question. You have to memorize this. The degree of n is Pn x is equal to, there is some coefficient given m into d raised to n upon dx raised to n multiplied by x square raised to minus 1 that raised to n. So for that you have to remember what is the Rodrigues formula, and when I go for this remembering this Rodrigues formula, this coefficient, there are 4 values are given. Here the coefficient n is either n factorial upon 2 raised to n, b is 2 raised to n upon n factorial, and c is equal to 1 upon 2 raised to n factorial into n factorial, and fourth d is 1 upon 2 raised to n into n factorial square. So out of this, if you remember this formula, we have written this several times. P1 of x is given to be 1 upon 2 raised to n into n factorial multiplied by this d raised to n upon dx raised to n of the bracket x square minus 1 this bracket raised to n. So using this formula, we can find out all the polynomials, and therefore comparing this, I'll get this coefficient is nothing but 1 upon 2 raised to n into n factorial, and C is the correct answer of this question number 4. Now based upon this, as we have seen, again this is one method, we know that put n is equal to 0, we'll get p0 of 1, sorry p0 of x. Getting p0 of x, put n is equal to 0, so 2 raised to 0 is 1, 0 factor is 1, d raised to 0 upon dx raised to 1 is again 1, x square minus 1 raised to 0 also 1, and that's why I'll get this value be simply equal to 1. Put n is equal to 1, then I'll get 1 upon 2 raised to 1 is 2 into 1 factorial, that is 1 half, d raised to 1 upon dx raised to 1, that is d by dx, and it is x square minus 1. So getting this differential of this x square minus 1 with respect to d by dx, whatever we get, that is called as the second polynomial, and we'll get, if it is calculated, it will get p1 of x is equal to simply x. Likewise, we can go for p2 of x, we can go for another value p3 of x, and so on. So some of the questions, next some of the questions may be asked which are based upon this. You will be given this Rodrigues equation. Based upon that, you can calculate the given polynomial, either Legendre polynomial or Harmonic polynomial or Bessel polynomial or any other polynomial. That's what we have to remember while go for this question number 4, and the correct answer is C, 1 upon 2 raised to n into n factorial. Let's come to this next question, that is question number 5. The generating function of Legendre polynomial is summation over n equal to 0 to infinity Pn of x into t raised to n is equal to dash dash. Now I have to identify the exact generating function here. Now this generating function is given to be g of xt. It is a function of two variables x and t, and here this function is given to be 1 minus twice xt plus t square that raised to minus half. So we have to expand this. Okay, so taking this, so expanding this particular, so I can take here p to be common, and I can write this as a If as we have done earlier there in the case of discussion of this legendary polynomial, we can write this as a function of this can be written as 1 minus in the bracket twice xt minus t square, and this bracket raised to minus half. So this is an expansion 1 minus x raised to minus half. Using this expansion we go for another expansion of this term, and in this expansion whatever coefficient we are getting this Pn of x and this power t raised to n, so we are getting a series in t raised to n with these coefficients which are given as p0x, p1x, p2x. These are nothing but this legendary polynomial again. Therefore we have to remember the generating function for the legendary polynomial is this. So it is B is the correct answer. 1 minus twice xt plus t square raised to minus half. If it is expanded around this t is equal to 0, then what we get is called as legendary polynomial, and this legendary polynomial can be obtained by the mathematical method what we have seen here. And note that this x must be less than or equal to 1 as well as t must be less than or equal to 1. So this legendary polynomial is defined in the range from minus 1 to plus 1 of x values. So this is what the correct answer. If I go for this, I will get another expansion, but that is not going to be a legendary function. Here also this C option 1 plus twice xt plus t square raised to plus 1 half. So that is square root of that. That is again not going to give a legendary polynomial. And this 1 minus twice xt plus t square, that is again square root of this term, this bracket. That also is not going to provide you correct answer there. So question 5, B is the correct answer. 1 minus twice xt plus t square raised to minus half. So remember the generating function for legendary polynomial, we will go for this. Now get the value of Pn of minus 1. So how to get the value of Pn of minus 1? So for that you have to remember one property. This property of legendary function is given to be okay. So it is one of the property. This property is very simple one. It is Pn of minus x. I am replacing x by minus x. So we are changing the sign of x, and what happens to this? So it is given by this property minus 1 raised to n into Pn of x, and therefore if I write this x is equal to minus 1, then I'll get Pn of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 this time, and it is P1 of x. From my earlier analysis I know that P0x is 1 and P1 of x is equal to simply x. So writing this value there, I'll get this particular to be P1x is equal to simply x. So I'll get this Pn of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 is minus 1, and it is multiplied by x. So out of this the value of okay, so this option Pn of minus 1 is equal to okay, this is what again the diagram which we have drawn earlier. So this is what the positive part of this particular P1x is this, and this is the negative part of this P1x. So when x is replaced by minus x, I am going to get a negative value of this x, and therefore out of these options minus 1 raised to n as well as every term should have multiplied by x. So there should be x, there should be x, and there should be x. So here out of this actually this options given are may not be exactly correct. So this is the correct option. I'll get this to be minus x. So Pn of minus 1 is equal to simply minus Pn of 1. Okay, minus Pn of 1, and then simply minus 1 into x. So this is the correct answer here. Actually this particular thing is required is maybe different, but the correct answer given there this is the actually okay, minus 1. Okay, this property here we can write this is minus 1 raised to n into Pn of x. So this is what related to again parity. So parity of the legendary polynomial goes on changing, and that can be understood from this. If I go for P1 of minus 1, then it will be again minus 1 raised to n into Pn of x. That is going to be have odd parity. If I go for P2 of minus 1, now this will be minus 1 raised to 2. Minus 1 raised to 2 is now going to be plus 1, and this is P2x. So the parity of P2 of x and P2 of minus x, or this parity of P2x, second legendary polynomial is going to be positive. the first legendary polynomial or P0x is going to be positive. The parity of the P1x is going to be negative. So this parity can be understood from this property, and based upon this question number 6, therefore D is the correct answer of this particular question. Okay. Now this is what equation number 7. This is a 3 terms recurrence relation. Again, you have to remember this recurrence relation for this legendary polynomial. It is given as let P0, P1 and P2 be the legendary polynomial of order 0, 1 and 2 respectively. Which of the following statement is correct? And for that, we have to go for the understanding the properties of this legendary polynomial, and out of this, which is the correct one, that option can be obtained here. That is the property number so this property P2 of x is equal to 3 by 2 times x into P1 of x minus 1/2 times P0 x. Now how to obtain this property is a big question. Now for that you have to go for a simple method. That method is actually we have not done in the class, but what we have to go we can get third polynomial. It is called as 3 terms recurrence relation from earlier 2, that is P0x and P1x is known. We can go for this particular things here. Okay, so or again you can go here from this relationship. So P0 of x is 1, P1 of x is equal to x, and P2 of x is equal to 3x square. Okay, or 1 by 2 times 3x square minus 1. So I can understand here, if I can write this to be P0x, so P2x will be written as, this is 1/2, then this is 3 times x square, so this is going to be P1x square. Okay, so how to write this? Yes, x times this, one of the x can be written as P1 of x. Okay, this can be written as P1 of x, and here in the bracket minus, here it is, this I can write this to be P0 of x. Simplify this, so further P2 of x is equal to, now this can be written as 3 by 2 times x into P1 of x minus 1/2 into P0 of x. So simple calculation from P0 of x is equal to 1, P1 of x is equal to x, P2 of x is equal to 1 by 2 times 3x square minus 1. So I have just written this equation of P0x and P1x in this equation for P2x, and therefore I got this relationship. P2 of x is equal to 3 by 2 times x into P1 of x minus 1 by 2 times P0x, and therefore this equation B, or the option B, is the correct option for this question number 7, as we have mentioned it here. So that is how that question, we are not needed to go for calculation of anything. We just needed to know P0x, P1x and P2x. So replace the values of x there by P1x, replace the value of minus, or that 1 by minus P0x, and using that particular numbers and solving this further, we get a very simple relation between P2x, P0x and P1x. So this type of recurrence relation is one of the important recurrence relation for this type of legendary polynomial. Okay, so these are a few questions related to legendary polynomial. Now let's switch over to the next one, that is said to be this Bessel polynomials. Now, getting this Bessel polynomial, we have to go for again a solution of differential equation, which is called as Bessel differential equation. Then solving this Bessel differential equation by series solution method, we come across this type of series, and the series in shorthand can be written as Jm of x is equal to summation over s is equal to 0 to infinity. All these options are having same summations. It is in the bracket minus 1 raised to s divided by s factorial into n plus s factorial into x by 2 that raised to n plus twice s. So n plus twice s, there are the two terms. This is one term having raised to x plus x by 2 raised to n plus 2s. This is again x by 2 raised to n plus 2s, and here it is minus 1 raised to s upon s factorial into n plus s factorial. Here it is s factorial into n minus 1 factorial. So even though this power of this is x by 2 raised to n plus 2s is there, this option is not correct because of this particular term, and therefore A is the correct answer. The Bessel function of first kind of order n is denoted by Jn of x, and it is given by summation over s is equal to 0 to infinity minus 1 raised to s upon s factorial into n plus s factorial into x by 2 that raised to n plus 2s. So remember, we have obtained in the classroom, we have obtained this particular equation for this Bessel function of first kind using the series solution of Bessel differential equation, and this series solution can be written in the short form that is given by this particular question. So question number 8, correct answer is E. Now just changing one of the plus or minus or one of the letter n by s or s by n or whatever, we can make a certain changes and lot many options can be given, and the correct option you have to identify. For that, I must know that Bessel function is defined by such and such function. So this A is the correct answer of this question number 8. Now this is the another property. Which of the following property is correct for Bessel polynomial? So here we have to go for the solution of different properties. So there are 4 different properties given. This is actually 3 terms recurrence relation. A is jn plus 1 of x plus jn minus 1 of x is equal to twice n of x into jn of x. So the next is B is jn plus 1 of x minus jn minus 1 of x is equal to twice n of x into jn of x. Then third one is jn plus 1 of x plus jn minus 1 of x is equal to n upon x into jn of x. And last one is jn plus 1 of x minus jn minus 1 of x is equal to minus twice n of x into jn of x. So for that, you have to go for this 3 terms recurrence relation in case of this Legendre polynomial, and therefore this is what the proof we have already given. You have to write its expression, the this generating function for this Bessel polynomial in the form of e raised to x upon 2 in the bracket. It is t minus 1 upon t. Okay, and this is to be expanded. It is written over n equal to 0 to infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity, and this is expanded as g of x into t raised to n. Now differentiating with respect to t. Okay, whenever we are supposed to get this type of recurrence relation, we have to differentiate this function with respect to t, and differentiating this with respect to t and separating out these terms and then equating the terms of t raised to n. Okay, we have to add, accordingly you have to adjust n plus 1 by n plus 1 sometimes, n by n minus 1 sometimes, depending upon every term, and then we get this type of recurrence relation. And therefore here in this case you have solved this problem earlier in the class. That gives you jn plus 1 of x plus jn minus 1 of x. This is the left hand side, and right hand side is twice n upon x into jn of x. So this is called as 3 terms recurrence relation. 3 terms recurrence relation. So knowing the value of j0 and j1, one can go for j2. Similarly, knowing the value of j1 and j2, one can go for value of j3. So all higher order Bessel polynomials can be obtained from such type of equation, which is called as 3 terms recurrence relation. And therefore question number 9, correct option is this E, as shown by this particular example. So this example gives you one simple understanding. You have to remember all these things. So getting these things, solving these things, it will require some more time, but knowing these things, make a table related to all the properties of this Bessel function. First property, second property, third property, then it is very easy for you to understand these things. Now question number 10, power series is that series which includes dash dash power. Now this power series include only 0 or positive power. Negative powers are not to be there. So every power series, for example, g of xt, if it is expanded, this is 1 minus twice xt plus t square raised to minus half. If it is expanded, we get this is n is equal to 0 to infinity. This is Pn of x into t raised to n. So this is called as power series, and this all n in this case must be 0 or positive. Only positive is not allowed. Fractional is also not allowed, and negative is also not allowed. So this is question number 10. Power series is that series which includes 0 or positive powers of the function t raised to n, that is shown here in this example. Okay, so for all other polynomials, Same is true. We are going to expand this type of generating function around t equal to 0, and whatever powers we are getting all have their powers to be either positive, or in some cases 0 power is also possible. Okay, t raised to 0. That type of powers are possible, and then we get all these type of special functions what we have discussed in all our discussions. Okay. Now question number 11. It is again theoretical. The differential equation y double dash plus p of x into y dash plus q of x into y is equal to 0, in which if both the coefficient terms p of x and q of x are finite at x is equal to some x0, then the point is called as, this is very simple definition, and it is an ordinary point. So when this p of x, okay, in the limit x tends to x0, this p of x as well as tends to it becomes finite. These are the conditions we have already written. Similarly, limit this x tends to x0, this x0 here, this q of x both becomes finite, then this is called as ordinary point. So we can get a solution of that differential equation by using the method of series solution, Frobenius method of series solution. Provided this p of x and q of x at x equal to x0 both remain finite, then we can get a solution of that. This is called as first criteria or first condition. So ordinary is the correct answer. Then similarly, there are regular, singular, irregular, singular, and singular. These three types of cases here. So this x minus the p of x as well as diverges, as well as q of x also diverges, or one of them diverges, then such a point is said to be the regular singular point at x is equal to x0. Irregular singular, so this x minus x px and x square into px. So that is the condition also known for this irregular singular. And one more condition, x minus x0 into p of x and x minus x0 square into p of x. Okay, whether they remain finite or infinite. Based upon that, we can go for this third type of singularity, that is called as irregular singular. And also we know that these are the conditions required for a point to be obtained as a series solution at that particular point, provided it is a ordinary point or a regular singular point. If it is ordinary or regular singular point, then the series solution or Frobenius series solution for that type of differential equation can be obtained. So this is a theoretical question. We did not go into details of remaining aspects of this. Now there is one more. This is said to be the parity property of the following function, which is correct Bessel function. So parity of the Bessel function, that is again decided by this very simple fact, and that is what it is given again. This is a function. This is going to be Jn of x is equal to minus 1 raised to n into Jn of minus x. So replace x by minus x. That is called as the reflection in the space. And if it is replaced, I will get minus 1 raised to n. Depending on that, j0 of x is equal to minus 1 raised to 0 into j0 of minus x. So minus 1 raised to 0 is 1, and therefore j0x and j0 of minus x, they have same sign, so they have even parity. When I go for j1x and j1 of minus x, in this case minus 1 raised to 1 is minus 1, and therefore j1 of minus j1 of x and j1 of minus x, there will be change in the sign, and that's why they are said to be have odd parity. So this type of parity can be determined by this property, and therefore this option C is the correct option for this type of Bessel function. So remember, this is another third important point. So the parity of this Bessel function can be obtained. Same thing also can be understood from the graph too. So plot a graph of all the Bessel functions and replace s by x by minus x. So form of the function which you obtain, whether it changes its sign or not, based upon that, whether we can say that parity of such type of functions is either odd or even parity. Then question 13, of the following equation, which is correct for Bessel function. So this is again a property of the Bessel function. I think it was earlier repeated. This is jn minus 1 of x minus jn plus 1 of x is equal to twice j dash. So whenever we come across the j dash n of x, remember we have differentiated the generating function, okay, with respect to x, another variable. So our g of xt. Once we differentiate with respect to t, we get the properties we have seen earlier. When we differentiate this genetic function with respect to x, then we get this type of functions or this type of differentials of the j dash n of x. So in this case, again this is a memory question. You have to remember this question, and this is what the third property from our book we have seen, and therefore correct option of this question number 13 is E, or that is this. So this option is correct one. J n minus 1 of x minus j n plus 1 of x is equal to twice j dash n of x. So we have to get this property by differentiating the genetic function with respect to x. Again, differentiate this, equate the coefficient of t raised to n on both sides, and then we get this expression as shown by this equation E of this question number 30. So question number 30, correct option is E as shown by this. Next is question number 14. It is again a memory question. We have to identify the generating function for the Bessel function or Bessel polynomial. So this generating function is simply e raised to x upon 2 into t minus 1 upon t. So this is the function we have to identify, e raised to minus x upon 2 into t minus 1 upon t. This is also not, plus sign is not there, and here it is also not x upon 2. I think both of these options are just same. I could have changed one of the options, but the correct option in this question number 40 is this A. It is e raised to plus x upon 2 into the bracket t minus 1 upon t. So this is the answer of question number 40, and we know that this g of, we have already written this several times, g of x is equal to e raised to x upon 2 into t minus 1 upon t. Expanding this particular exponential series around t is equal to 0, what we get is that the Bessel function n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity, then this is jn of x into t raised to n. So this is the definition of getting this Bessel function from the genetic function, and according to that, this is the correct option for question number 14. Now question number 15. This is again a straightway 3 terms recurrence relation for the Bessel function of first kind. Earlier we have seen. So here question number 15, option or the correct option is again this B. Okay. So it is already we have defined this jn plus 1 of x minus jn minus 1 of x is equal to twice n upon x into jn x. So knowing that j0, j1, we can calculate j2, or knowing this j1 and j2, I can go for calculation of j3 and so on. So all higher order this Bessel polynomials can be obtained using this type of 3 terms recurrence relation. So we have derived this recurrence relation, and you have to remember this. Out of this given 4 options A, B, and C and D, this correct option is B, which is given by this equation number 15. Now let's move to this another polynomial, that is Hermite polynomial. So for Hermite polynomial, what is the generating function, and you have to remember this generating function is given by g of xt is equal to this is positive, e raised to twice xt minus t square, and therefore twice xt minus t square appears here. Twice xt minus t square, sorry, this is t cube, and twice xt minus t square is here. It is e raised to minus twice xt minus t square. So nothing, this is not correct. This is also not correct. This is not correct. So correct option is this, and we have already done this. G of xt is equal to e raised to twice xt minus t square. Again, expand this around t is equal to 0. What we get is, this is called as the Hermite polynomial, n equal to 0 to infinity. Now all these coefficients will be Hermite polynomials of different orders, and it is multiplied by t raised to n upon n factorial. So we will get a power series in t raised to n upon n factorial, and these coefficients are nothing but these Hermite polynomials. So next question again same. Question number 17, for Hermite polynomial, summation over n equal to 0 to infinity hm of x multiplied by t raised to n upon n factorial. So we have to identify again this generating function for this, and therefore C is the correct answer of question number 17. That is just repetition of the earlier question. Now Hermite polynomial of order 2. Okay, so remember, getting Hermite polynomial for any of the order, it is always very easy to use the Rodrigues formula. So using Rodriguez formula, it is always very easy to get this order Hermite polynomial any of the order. So this Rodriguez formula is given by Hn of x is equal to minus 1 that raised to m e raised to x square multiplied by d raised to n upon dx raised to n into the bracket e raised to minus x square. Okay, now put n is equal to 0. When I put n is equal to 0, I'll get h0 of x is equal to, this is minus 1 raised to 0 is 1, then e raised to x square will be there. Now this is d raised to 0 upon dx raised to 0, that is going to be 1, and this is e raised to minus x square. So this is simply e raised to x square into e raised to minus x square. This product gives you simply 1, and therefore h0 of x is okay, what is h0 of x? It is 1, and sorry, h0 of x is 1. Then h1 of x, this is what I have calculated, this is h0 of x is 1. When I put n is equal to 1, I'll get h1 of x. So it is simply minus 1 raised to 1, that is minus 1 into e raised to x square. Now this is d by dx of, because n is equal to 1, this is simply e raised to minus x square. So solving this, get the differential of this e raised to x square and then multiply all these things and so on, you will get this particular answer to be twice x. So h1x is twice x. On the similar ground, calculate get n is equal to 3. So when I get n is equal to 3, now what will happen? When I get, n is equal to 2, we want h2x, Hermite polynomial second order. So write n is equal to 2. Therefore h2 of x is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 is plus 1. This is e raised to x square. Now d square upon dx square into e raised to minus x square. Go for this entire calculation. Second derivative of this is e raised to minus x square. Getting all these things, you will get a final answer is simply 4x square minus 2. So you have to carry out all these operations, and therefore B is the correct option of this question number 18, as we have been seeing that. Okay, this is what is straightforward question. Question number 19 is Rodriguez formula for Hermite polynomials, which we have just now used there. So it is Hn of x is equal to minus 1 raised to n into e raised to x square multiplied by d raised to n upon d raised to x raised to n into e raised to minus x square. Out of this option here, it is this minus 1 raised to n e raised to minus x square. Okay, this is a change in this case. This is e raised to x square into e raised to minus x square. That is correct here, but minus 1 raised to minus 1 is there. Here it is plus 1 raised to n. So these are the changes that have been made in Rodriguez formula, and therefore correct Rodriguez formula for Hermite polynomial is h1 of x is equal to minus 1 raised to n into e raised to x square multiplied by d raised to n upon dx raised to n multiplied by e raised to minus x square. So that is why correct answer of this question number 19 is A, as shown by this example. And this is the last example we will see here, problem we will see here in this question number 20. This is the 3 terms recurrence relation. So you have to go for 3 terms recurrence relation for Hermite polynomial. So this generating function g of xc, getting this, we have to differentiate with respect to t. Okay, that method is also we have seen in detail. Then once we differentiate this, again readjust all the terms for having to getting the power t raised to n for on all both sides. Getting this t raised to n, somewhere you have to replace n by n plus 1, somewhere you have to replace n by n minus 1, and finally you will get an expression which is called as the 3 terms recurrence relation for this Hermite polynomial. So at home, try working out on such type of examples or such problems. You will get the correct option of this question number 20 is this C. It is hn plus 1 of x is equal to twice x hn of x minus twice n hn minus 1 of x. So this is the question number 20, and answer of this question number 20 is C, which is called as the 3 terms recurrence relation for this Hermite polynomial. So likewise, okay, remaining questions we are going to discuss in the next lecture or tomorrow's lecture or day after maybe. But these are the few important questions from the Hermite polynomial and Legendre polynomial as well as Bessel polynomial. Few more questions that we are going to discuss later on that will be related to Laguerre polynomial, as well as some of the questions that will be related to this spherical harmonics. how to get these spherical harmonies, what is its significance, what is interpretation, how to get all these things. Then there is associated Legendre differential equation 2. What is the difference between this normal Legendre differential equation and associated Legendre differential equation, its solutions, etc. All these things and problems based upon that will be discussed in the next lecture. So today we stop here. Thank you for having present for this particular session. Thanks all.